Hey there, welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I ain't buying it. And today, well, as you've seen in the thumbnail, we're going to buy something that's broke. We kind of cheated. I went and looked at it, threw a battery in it, cranked it over. Didn't quite like how it sounded, but you know, you can't really tell. So today I went out there with my wife. We threw the battery in it, got some starting fluid, hit the key, starts up, runs really good. So the things I've noticed right away looking at it, the alternator seized up, which caused the serpentine belt to go. The AC compressor's locked up. It needs a few, minor things here and there. But the fact that it runs, gas gauge was showing like way below empty, so it's probably bone dry. I've got some gas. We're going to throw some gas in it, throw a battery in it, hit it with the key, and hopefully it starts up and runs. If it does, we're going to throw it on the dolly, get it over here, and then we can get the alternator redone, put a serpentine belt on it, throw some water in the radiator, and actually give this thing a start and see what it runs like. All right, stay tuned. We're going to go get this thing. Okay, before it starts raining, here it is. This is the 1996 Jeep Cherokee SE, I believe. This here is kind of whacked out. Header panel could probably be replaced. We'll see. But I know this needs to be bashed in because you'll see the hood gap is kind of way off. It's a bit dirty. Tires are all dry rotted. They're shot. It does have the 6-cylinder with the automatic. I got it started with starting fluid. I poured a couple gallons of gas in the tank. Got it started. It runs off the tank. It runs crappy though, I'll tell you that. Hopefully it's just bad gas, but we'll see. Back end, bumpers got a little twang to it. Probably have to get a new bumper and new ends. But other than that, front bumper's kind of wasted on the side there. But one of the things I wanted to point out, power steering is free. AC compressor is totally locked up. And what happened was the alternator is locked up. If I can get in there, maybe not. Anyway, I can't spin the pulley, so the alternator needs to come out. That's the first thing that needs to happen. It runs like garbage, and I noticed a fuel leak. I mean, I could smell it as soon as I got out of the car, and yeah, you can see the shadow right there. So I crawled under, thinking I have no idea what this is going to be, why it's got such a leak. And let me show you what I found. See if I can get this under here with the flashlight. As I smack the glasses. So we can see. It'd be nice if I could get the light to stand up right there, or something like that. There we go. Okay. You may have just saw it drip. And I was thinking, well, I gotta get myself in a good position here. Let's take a look. I mean, this is the input to the filter, and what I was not expecting was it to be loose. That's the way it was. That's where it needs to be and tightened up. So we're gonna do that. Get some gas out of here, maybe. Some grody looking gas. Alright, so we're going to take our screwdriver. We're going to tighten up that clamp real quick and see if that fixes our fuel leak. I got a feeling it's going to. Yay, we're already fixing things. Alright, well, it's running. That's the clamp. That's why it wouldn't tighten up. Broke in half. So, we got our battery charger on here. Thing runs pretty good. Sounds like it's got a miss. We might be able to figure that out. No big deal. Inside, it's the usual trash. Yeah, stuff everywhere. You know. Nothing we can't. There's a serpentine belt. Some more junk. stuff back here. Oh, something I really want to do is get rid of this cluster with the idiot lights and put in a cluster with gauges. Oh, dome light works. Headliner needs to be replaced. Inside here, yeah, same old, just a bunch of junk. We get the power washer, get all this stuff cleaned up. West Virginia 2015. Oh, hang on a second. Oh yeah, the hat struts don't work. Need to order those. There's parts of the headliner. More junk. Yeah, that bumper needs to be replaced. So that is where we're at with the Jeep. I almost want to get the power washer out and start pressure washing this thing. So we'll see how it does. Oh shoot, yeah, no water pump. Let's not let it run too long. Especially because we ain't got no gauges. With just an idiot light, I don't trust that. Need a door panel, of course. So I'll be looking for one of those for sure. Well, there it is so far. Our 1996 Jeep Cherokee SE. And I had a Comanche version of this that I bought brand new back in '88. So I'm a little familiar with these. Alright, so step one, we got a garbage bag, we're gloved up. We're gonna get in here and see if we can get some of this stuff out of here, and then we'll hit it with the power washer. But first, oh, I gotta get these struts. This is terrible. I've got the thing here, aka clamp. This looks like it's working. The trash bag here I got, it's scented, and holy cows, it's scented. Whew. Oh my gosh. So what we got? Junk. Center for a rim, probably a 26. Shoes? I don't know. Oh, this looks like some of the side trim that we're not going to put back on. We're going to go naked without trim. This out of here. I don't know what some of this stuff is. I don't care what it is. I just want it out of here. Plastic bags disintegrating. That's always nice. I don't think. Oh, geez, here we go. Oh my gosh. Alright, if I can get this stuff off the cardboard and into the bag, which it's not, it's going all over the ground, of course. Why would it cooperate? There we go. I'll just drop the cardboard in the recycle. More junk. Alright, so someone was a basketball player. I don't care. I don't care what any of this is. Phone case. Scotch tape, some other junk. I don't care. Ooh, Twister. Let's play a game of Twister. A shoe. A flask, because we all need a flask. What is this thing? Switch mode power supply. For what? I have no idea. Nor do I care. In the trash. Twister, shoe, looks like a pair of tights. Oh, what does the plastic say on it? I'm the effing birthday girl. How about that? Alright. We got a Jeep cap, which don't go to nothing, but we'll keep that. You might be able to sell that or something. I don't know. Who knows? Might be worth $5. Oh, that plastic bag's just pieces everywhere. Emergency flare. Keep that. Don't throw that away. Half a pair of pliers. This is why you don't buy cheap tools. Okay, I think the rest is going to vacuum up, except for this. I don't even know what that is, but hopefully we'll see. Alright, next step. Open the back doors, and we'll get in through the side and see how much junk we got in there. Alright, you're still on the tripod. I'm just going to bring you in there so you can see what we're dealing with here. And yeah, you don't need to watch me pull all this junk out. So I'm going to get all the junk out, and then we'll take a look inside and see what we have. Alright, pressure washer's on. Let's see what this thing's got. Alright, let's take a walk over there. Let's see if we can get you off the tripod here. I said, let me see if I can get you off the tripod. There we go. Oh. That actually looks pretty good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fire it back up and keep going and attack most of this stuff, see how much of this stuff we can get off. And then we might hand wash it when we're done. But a couple things I wanted to point out. We do have one of the pieces of trim still on, so we'll probably get that off. What I'm thinking is from this line down we'll probably paint black. I did that with my Jeep Comanche, and I think it looked pretty good. So I think we'll do that. All right, well, I think it cleaned up okay. We got some of the stuff done. I just noticed once you get it clean that this hatch has got some issues. That's cracked right there, so probably need a new hatch. It did get into this a little bit, but I think that'll be all right. Actually, might not even need a new hatch, just a beater. Throw some bumpers on it just to make it look presentable. Maybe some black wheels with maybe some 30s. Will probably be all right. Inside we made a dent. I thought it was going to have the rubber floors. It's got carpet, so that's nice. Clean that up. Back here, yeah, that came sort of clean. Massive stink in here. Holy cow. Almost smells like melted plastic. We did engine compartment just because. It looks a little better now. Alright, so first step, before I pull the seats out and start deep cleaning, I think I want to get in there and get that alternator out. Once I get the alternator out, then I can get that redone, get a serpentine belt, throw it on here, and throw some coolant in the radiator. Actually, we're just going to throw water in it for now because I want to put the gauges in there, and I'm going to need the senders instead of just the switches for the dummy lights. And if I take that out, it's probably going to leak all the coolant out, so we'll just throw water in it for now, get it running, driving, and then drain it out, throw some antifreeze in it if everything works. I did find a water pump, and it does look like the water pump's been replaced, so we got that going on for us. Well, it is another day, and we're back doing some more work on the Cherokee. We've got the front seats out. They are nasty and they stink. This one here, this is all sticky stuff. I have no idea what it is. I'm heading to the junkyard, see if I can get some more seats because these are disgusting. And let me raise this real quick and show you what we got going on in here. Okay. So in here, the alternator's been rebuilt. I gotta go pick that up. So I'm on my way to do that. And then, oh, look at these plug wires. If you can read it, 3 of 96. So the original plug wires, probably the original cap and rotor. That cap is disgusting. You see all the corrosion in there. The rotor looks like garbage. So I do have those. I've got a serpentine belt. So as soon as I go get the alternator and the stuff from the junkyard, we'll throw all that together, put the new cap and rotor on it. We'll leave the old plug wires on it and plugs in it for now. I'll fire it up, see if it's going to run. And then in here, we got our new, or not new, but our new to us, gauge cluster. And we've got the oil pressure sender and the temperature sender, because you need that for the gauges, because these just have the idiot lights, which just have a switch. So first step in replacing this is getting this bezel off. There's 2 screws that come up underneath, and then this should just kind of pop out of here, just clipped in, and it'll probably break since it's old and plastic, and we all know what happens with old plastic. So we're gonna try. Oh, I mean, it looks like it's almost out actually. One more clip down in there in that corner. That's probably gonna come off. No way. Okay, so while I work on trying to get this out, that's as far as I'm going to get. I just wanted to show you that for right now. We'll take that out. We'll take the old cluster out, which is 4 screws and 2 clips for connectors. And we'll put the 2 clusters side by side and check them out. Anyway, got to go to the junkyard. Hopefully I can get a door panel. If not, maybe just I'd rather get the whole door panel. This thing's disgusting. Yeah. I'll try to get a couple door panels, a couple seats, bumpers, and a mirror, and I think that's all we need. Alright, well, that trip was semi-successful. We did get the alternator. That was rebuilt. Works great now. Thank you to Browning's alternators and starters. So we got the external regulators. We gotta put it all back together, drop it on there, and then I got the tensioner loosened up, so we put the serpentine belt in. I do have the sensor for this and the sensor for the oil pressure. I do have a new cap and rotor, which you saw that. Anyway, let's drop this alternator in, because that's going to be the more difficult part, and then we'll see what happens from there. Also, pick and pull just became a non-fan. I'm not a fan of pick and pull anymore, because I pulled the bumper off, brought it up to the front, and with tax it was $108. And I said, no, I can buy a brand new bumper for $60. I'm not paying $108 for a used one. So I left it there. What does that mean now? Well, I don't know. It means we don't have a bumper. And I don't even know if I'm going to order one. I may just flip and sell this thing the way it is. Get it running good and sell it. We'll see. Anyway, let's get this alternator in. Oh, something else. So we got this seat here that's real sticky. I'm going to try this LA Awesome. We're going to see how that works. I'm going to get the power washer out and power wash both of these seats, because that one's nasty. And we'll spray this on there and see how it works. I might spray it on right now, see if it'll get some of the stickiness off. And I might spray it on that one too, just to let it pre-soak. I'll find someplace else to put the radio, or not the radio, but the speaker and the phones. Okay, we got the alternator in. You can see it's all nice and pretty. Just threw the battery in there temporarily. This thing's running really bad. These two injectors, number 1 and number 2, I mean, you unplug them, doesn't even change how it runs. So, definitely an issue there and here. No, anyway, so we're gonna take it down the driveway. Mail just came, so it'll be our first drive over 5 miles an hour. Let's see how it does. Well, it's another beautiful day. You see where the mailbox is down there. I just got back from New York. Left at 1:30 in the morning. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. So brought the truck back, so I've got that. You may wonder where the Jeep is, and I had to tow it back here. Funny story, maybe not. I drove it down to the mailbox to check the mail, and I got down there, and all of a sudden it started having a loss of power issue. So I shut it down, towed it back here, because I had to go to New York and I didn't have time to mess with it, so I just pushed it over there. But I've got my little cardboard, and I think I'm just going to try to look under it and see what's going on. I smelled a whole lot of gas over there when I hooked it up, so I've got a feeling that either maybe a fuel line broke. I don't know at this point. But let me get this cardboard under here. I got my flashlight in my hand, and let's take a look, see what we can find. Ooh. So it smells back here. I crawled under. It looks like the fuel filter's wet again. So I got the keys. Hope the battery's got some sort of life left in it. Okay, so I can smell gas really bad back here. I looked under and the filter was wet, but not like anything fresh. So I just tried to crank it over, and pardon the camera work while we get underneath. I found the culprit all right. So the pumpkin is now wet, and if you look way up there, that fuel line coming from the tank into the filter has got a big split in it, so we're just going to have to replace that whole line. So let me go change shirts. And actually, let me, once again, forgive the camera work. I just want to show you guys if I can get like right up in it. Maybe not. I mean, it's right. Well, this stinks. I can't. Oh, there it is. There's the hole right there. Yep, that's where all the gas is coming out. Okay, box number 1 is open. This should be hatch struts. And it looks like that's exactly what we got in here, hatch struts. So, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to put these in right away. And I'll just throw the rest of this stuff in the back. And when I get that hose off, I'll come back, put the hose back in for the gas. Change the filter since I got a new filter anyway. And we'll see what happens. As you can see, we got the hatch struts on. And they definitely hold it up. So I'm liking that so far. Now, we got the next box open. Oh boy, I can smell gas like crazy out here. And of course we got the pack. This should be the plugs and wires. And it looks like that's exactly what it is. We got the Denso U-grooves. I thought I got NGKs. Oh well, we got NGK wires. So that's good. We'll be putting them on sometime here soon. And changing the plugs because as you saw earlier, it's got the original plug wires on it. So I'm assuming that the plugs are original as well. Alright, another box. And I don't know what's in this box, so let's open up the Amazon box. It may not even be for the Jeep. Though I suspected this was not for the Jeep. We've got our Tall Tales ring, leather chew ring, because we have a shepherd lab named Sailor. You've seen him on the channel before. He destroys pretty much everything. So I got him another one of those. He goes through those like crazy. Got a screen protector for the phone, so hopefully I can put that on. And then I've got a battery powered transfer pump because that pilot right there, it's got about a half tank of gas in it, and I don't want to see that go to waste, so I'm going to pull the gas out of there and probably either throw it in here or throw it in the Cutlass, one of the two. We'll see, I'm not sure yet. Okay, anyway, let me clean some of this junk up and go ahead and climb under there. We'll see if we can get this fuel line off and then run to the store and get another one. Alright, we got our fuel setup ready to go back in. Yep, as you can see, it was definitely split. So, not going to build much fuel pressure that way. Okay, so we'll crawl back under there, hook this line up first, hook this in, throw this in the bracket, and pick the tools up and crank it up and see what it does. Okay, I guess this is the moment of truth. Well, we're definitely going to find out if it still leaks gas. Find out if it runs. Hopefully it runs better. Oh, I think we're finally getting gas up. Still probably got these two injectors that aren't working. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Take a look. No exhaust, or yeah, leaky exhaust, but no gas leaks. Okay, I think I'm ready to move it. Okay, so one of the things that bugs me is this cluster. I don't like idiot lights. I like gauges. So I got another cluster with the gauges, and it's not just plug and play. This is a switch for the thermostat, not for the thermostat, for the gauge. So we've got a temperature sender with 2 wires, so we're going to cut this off and splice the new pigtail in here, change out this, and then for the oil pressure you need the sending bell, and that goes down in here. There's a pressure switch on and off. I'd like to know before my oil pressure gets to 0. And that also is one of those things where we get to cut this connector off and splice in a spade connector. I think I could pull that wire back and get it out here where I can actually work on it. So let me try that, and I think I'm gonna take these injectors out, see if I can clean them, get them to work. If not, a new set's $100, which I don't really want to spend, but I will. And here's our cluster with the gauges. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test all the lights, make sure all the light bulbs work, because I don't want to go through all this and then not have, 2 or 3 light bulbs working. So test all the light bulbs, replace the ones that are bad, and work on swapping in this cluster. Let's take a look at this cluster since we got it put in. Notice all the plastics, everything's back in place. Oh, I guess there are dash lights. Boy, those are hard to see. Yeah, okay, you can see them. Okay, easier to see on the camera than it is off camera. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to do these. We got our Teflon tape, a 19mm to get this off, adjustable wrench to get that one off. Sorry I don't have the tripod. Just unscrew this one, screwing this one in now. Same deal, 19mm. No, bigger. Nope, 19mm, you just gotta do it right. Okay, it's really hard to get a good angle. Especially when I'm trying to do it with one hand. Alright, I'm going to put you down, let me put this in. Alright, do I have gauges? Do I have a key? Ouch! Oh, we got a tack. Oil pressure's pegged. I don't know if that's good or not. Amps looks low. Oh, I think the oil pressure gauge is moving. Yeah. Alright, so we got excellent oil pressure. And now we find out why it was parked. That is a bad head gasket. Yeah, of course. Didn't notice it before because there was no coolant in it. Now we threw some water in there. Oh yeah, big time. Woo, look at that. Okay, so that's where we're going to end the video for the 1996 Jeep Cherokee. Generally, I don't like to put a lot of money into something unless I know it's going to be a good runner. But, I mean, the parts were cheap, and we are going to fix the head gasket, so it's going to need the plugs, it's going to need the wires. Everything we did, it's going to need. Probably didn't need to change the cluster out, but At least now I know the motor's got good oil pressure, and it's going to be worth saving. I mean, it's only 130,000 miles on the Jeep, so yeah. The seats, passenger side, didn't really come clean. That sticky stuff left something on there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it out or not, but we got that. We've got the Cutlass to work on. We still got the Pilot we got to finish. I mean, we still got plenty of projects, so nothing new here. And I get to go to Florida again Monday, so try to get this video out this weekend and let you guys look at it. Let me know what you think of the Cherokee. I'm thinking now it might not need injectors. It may just be it's got all that water in the cylinders trying to combust it, and of course it's not. It just probably puts out the flame. So that's what I'm thinking. It probably doesn't need injectors. It probably just needs a head gasket. So let's do that first, and then we'll test the injectors anyway while we got them out, just to see if they're going to work. And yeah, with that, I checked the oil. Water's not mixing with the oil, so motor's safe. Just got to do a head gasket. All right. So until next time, keep the wheels down and keep your wrenches in motion.